Shop Talk Podcast. We are back at you, man. Straight out of the Chi-Town, baby. We are about to run down some basketballs.
I'm we smoking tonight, baby.
What you smoking on over there, baby?
I'm just rapping right. I'm going with my Oscar to leave. I'm with this big Johnny tonight, baby.
Saying Crystal Ball, baby. Got me an ovation in this piece tonight.
Alex Bradley, Super Freak. Max, Super Freak.
What's up? I'm your boy B. KDL.
What up, Doe?
Lucky Lefty in the house. We are back at the Roman Castle. My man Rome, he's still in with us. We kicking it. Rome, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, people? What's up? I'm over here smoking on my Cuban. I'm doing what I do.
Oh,
straight
you heard that. Straight from
Cuba.
Cuba. Check it out, man. March Madness is starting to heat up right now. So we're going to talk a little NCAA, man, go through some different schools and all that. But check it out. The front runners right now, I'm gonna run them down for you, man. Right. Number one right now, but they lost. They got busted by St. John, so they won't be number one anymore. We got Virginia at number 2. We got Purdue at number 3. We got Michigan State at number 4. And Xavier at number 5. Come on, y'all. These are teams that always were trying to get in at late.
Not Michigan State.
Michigan, well, I ain't even gonna talk about Michigan State with that scandal right now. Whatever they doing, I don't know what's going on, but check it out, man. Looking at the top 5 right now, nobody expected none of these teams to be in the top 5. You got Duke at number 9. You got Kansas at number 10. Gonzaga number 12. You got UNC, my Tar Heels at 21, and number 24 at the end is Kentucky. Come on, man. What's really going on in college basketball? KDL, let me hit you.
I can tell you exactly what's going on. What's going on is kind of the junior and senior laden teams are kind of rising to the top.
Where should
Your Kansases, your North Carolinas, your Dukes, they've lost players, and the young guys that they're bringing in now are not getting it real quick. You know what I mean? Carolina, they're not ready. Kentucky is not ready. Kentucky is going to be, they might not get out the first weekend, to be honest with you. None of them should go to the league. We should stop that right now. So this is not the group that's Calipari is breeding to just go on. Well, they should all be together. That's just simply not going to work. Your Arizonas, they got a slump. They win some, they lose some. I'm going to tell you a team that started off great. Now they slump. Arizona State was number 1 for a minute early in the year. All of a sudden they slide it off. Kansas, their division is tough. They got Oklahoma, West Virginia. I can go down the list. Their
Oklahoma
division is
tough. Number 17.
Oklahoma's number 17, and they're not going to make it out the first.
Wasn't they just 4 yesterday?
Like listen, yeah, but that's what happened. That's what happens, man, when you lose to West Virginia twice. Hey, listen, the Big 12, the Big 12 is a great league this year. I'm going to give you a sleeper. I want y'all to hear this. Mark this down. Purdue off the Big 10. They are a sleeper team to go deep. They are senior laden. They are the teams like that. Virginia's, the Villanova. You still got Villanova in the mix. Xavier. They're gonna these younger teams that keep changing every year. Your Kansases, your Kentuckys, your Arizonas. They change every year. Carolina changed this year. Carolina's not the same team. I know they're the defending champs. They're about to fall out the top 25. Kentucky next loss, they out. Your Louisville, you already know what happened to Louisville. They're talented, but they're not a top 10 team. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at everything this year. The NCAA is wide open. This tournament is gonna be great this year. Great. It's wide open.
What you think going on in
I'm gonna put it on what makes college basketball great, and why a lot of people, especially a lot of sports fans, prefer college basketball over the NBA game right now, is parity. You know, it's parity. Teams are getting stronger, whether it's by a great recruiting class or it's a junior, senior laden team who've been together for a few years and they're getting better. I'm actually anticipating one of the best tournaments in a long time. I think this tournament's going to be great. It's going to be hard to even pick the Sweet 16, let alone the Final Four.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to pick. But I am paying close attention to who gets hot right now. I'm still expecting a team like Kansas and Duke to pick it up on the back end. I think they're gonna be there.
Hey, if you are somebody that like to play the brackets and get it in the
Better
smoke
have several
shops,
sheets this
where,
year.
you know, at your jobs with the brackets, you better start paying attention now. Because my question is, are we starting to do a 360 and you about to start to get away from the one and dones? Everybody going after those blue chip players and start building up teams. So is that one and done system kind of over with? Was that just a brief period of time?
Not yet. It happens every few years.
It'll be less.
This happens every few years.
Yeah,
It's one of the one and dones aren't as good as the previous years.
Exactly.
So it happens every now and then. But somebody like Calipari gonna bring in some great, amazing class with 5 McDonald's All-Americans and be the 5-5, 2019, 2020, whatever. And they're gonna take the
Look
world by
at that team
storm.
this year and look at them.
Yeah, but they're obviously not as good.
But they're not as good. Grayson Allen has fell off. I don't know what the hell wrong with him, but he's having a terrible year. But listen, your Bagleys, your Trey Youngs, your I think his name's Sheldon out of Alabama, Selton out of Alabama, the cat that's right next to Bagley, the 4-man on Duke. Like you got a couple that's gonna go, right? Guy from Arizona, the center from Arizona. You got some one and dones that's gonna go. They're obvious, but you don't have as many as you had like the last couple of years, like the left side. So now it's making college basketball kind of, I'm not gonna say fall off, but you don't have the same teams that's dominant up top.
You don't have that.
Duke was dominated early, all of a sudden
you
they
don't have
failed
that great team this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kansas is up and
I
down.
get
You
you.
never know when they're gonna lose, when they're supposed to win. So you never know. The Big 12, like I say, is a tough conference. Michigan State, I'm not counting them to get to the Final Four at all. They lose games they have no business losing. Purdue will beat them in the Big Ten championship this year. Wisconsin has having a down year. It's just different now.
Yeah, it's creeping in.
Scandal gonna kill them.
Yeah,
Don't nobody want to see them there.
You know, it's tightening around them and you can see it. 'Cause
It's
like you
too
said,
fresh.
they losing a lot of games they shouldn't. But since we're talking about one and dones, Trey Young, he having an amazing year as a freshman.
Jimmer
He's
Fredette.
leading the league in scoring, man. He's leading
The
college
Jimmer.
basketball in scoring, man.
So I'm going to pose this question to y'all. Should he come out or should he another year to work on his body? Because once he goes to the next level, everybody can do what he does.
I'll take it. I think the next Jimmer Fredette should come out because his stock is as high as it's going to get. His stock is as high as it's going to get. I've seen a lot of great college players. Wally Zerbiak, which I'll prefer me to call him that. See a lot of great people who can score. People can score in college. Hell, what's the dude? Doug McDermott could score in college. It didn't make him no great NBA player. I don't think he got the NBA body. I've seen him kind of get. He didn't have to put up a lot of shots to get his points. I didn't see him,
Dude from West Virginia, he don't want to see him ever.
No, he don't want to see him.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
shouldn't have.
He better not run into him in the league.
And even with what he's doing right now, I think Trey Young is going in the middle of the first round. I don't think he's going to
So you saying he should go?
He should. If his stock is that high, you should go.
Yeah, you got to
Go when your stock is the highest.
You're a lottery pick. You got to go.
Mhm.
I mean, like even if he doesn't want to, Lon Kruger has to say, you got to go.
Your stock's the
You
highest.
got to go.
He may come out next year and suck.
Yeah, you know, especially if you keep running into the dude from West Virginia, you better hope he go. That dude D's him up, man. He D's him up.
Hey,
And he's a bigger body, so he.
I take it
You know.
different, man. I think he should stay one more year, work on his body, because if the dude is the truth, he gonna be the truth next year, barring any injuries or anything like that.
So
But I really think he needs to work on his body.
So you want him to be Frank Williams and stay and don't.
You gambling with millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You gambling with millions of
Remember, because
dollars.
Frank Williams should have left for sophomore year. Remember?
Yeah, he
He
should
stayed.
have. He should have.
Yeah, you take a risk. You take a risk, man. You got to go when the fire's hot, baby. So he got to go.
Yeah, he's the highest name in the NCAA. He should come out.
All right.
And beat Jimmer Zerbiak.
He called him Jimmer 2.0. He called him Jimmer. All right, man. So
He's going to be a legend in China.
listen, with college basketball heating up, man, we're gonna come back to that in another segment of Humidor Shop Talk Podcast. However, let's switch it to NBA ball. There's a lot going on right now. Let's talk about your man from New York, Porzingis. Just went down with an ACL. How does that affect that team? Because a lot of A lot of analysts are saying that this is going to damage New York this year and next year and possibly into the future. This injury has wiped the face. All their planning, everything that they were going to do is now over with.
They went from a half can of garbage to a full can of garbage. I don't see what's the big deal, bro.
Oh, man.
100% agree, bro. But you know what it does, though, free agency wise? If anybody really wanted to come play with this cat, let's say not a top tier, not a LeBron, Paul George, Chris Paul. I'm talking about the top tier. Now I'm talking about the second tier. If it was any second tier that said, you know what, I'm gonna go hoop with that cat. New York gonna pay me. I'm gonna go hoop with that cat. Now
they will pay you nice money.
You 7 foot, man, with bad knee, bro. You don't know how he's gonna come back. Like you jeopardize free agents that may have want to come there. Second tier.
So you saying nobody want to play with Beasley, Trey Burke, and Tim Hardaway?
No.
Name them again.
Right.
Name them again.
Trey
Ask yourself that again.
And did you see how? By the way, did you see how Hardaway got dunked on last night, man?
Oh my God, he jumped over him.
Oh my God.
That happened a hard foul. They ain't jumping over me. Not on national TV. Not with ESPN showing it 30 times a night.
So this about to take New York back into the Stone
It's
Age.
going to take them back. And you already know they can't draft worth a damn. So
half a
they're
can
not
of
going to
garbage
make it
to a
up through the
full
draft.
can.
We know that. They're going to be in the lottery. They're not going to make it up there in free agency. Who wants to go to New York?
They went from a garbage can to
So
a garbage
that sets
dumpster.
them back. And I feel bad, man, because that boy was balling. He finally got the team turned over to him.
That shit, huh?
They
No
wasn't
matter
shit
how
on
you
that
package
man.
it, it's shit.
It's just more shit now without the thing.
Yeah,
That's all. That's
they done lost the dude the people come to see. Like, they really finna.
That headline was this big in the corner of the newspaper. Knicks lose their all-star. Who? Porzingis.
That was terrible.
Next story.
He was balling out, man. They finally gave him the team, man. He was balling that story. He was an all-star.
Man, you know what, man?
Trash.
Here in the podcast from Smoke Fellas, man. They give you no.
Shout out to the young dude, man.
They
Get
come
healthy,
at you,
bro.
They come at you no matter what, man.
Get healthy, bro.
Hey, hope you get healthy.
Y'all ain't shit, though, by the
Hope
way.
you come back strong, man. With these cats here in this room, they give it to you,
Keep
man.
it real, man.
No, but just think about it though. NBA suffering from the same thing the NFL went through, man. So they lost a lot of big name stars and still losing Cousins. John Wall's out for like 6 to 8 weeks. Love's out 6 to 8 weeks. Porzingis. A lot of cats going down, man. It's
Yeah, it's messed up.
that's pretty bad. Especially some teams that, like you said, no, I'm really not bullshitting. New York is garbage, but at least they were competitive garbage with Porzingis in there. Now they ain't even competitive garbage. They ain't even the Brooklyn Nets. They ain't even.
Damn, they Brooklyn Nets.
They ain't the Brooklyn Nets.
Damn.
Matter of fact, they probably about Chicago State of the NBA. Damn. No disrespect to Chicago State.
Oh, no disrespect.
All right, man. Moving on, man. Who is your team to beat? Lucky left. Who is your team to beat right now? What is the team that you think is by far above every team right now?
Houston.
Right now.
Houston.
Why?
Houston motherfucking Rockets. With Harden, Paul, and Capella, they've lost one game when all three of them played together. And I will go on record to say that I was wrong. I thought Paul would have been a terrible fit in Houston, but him and Harden are playing off each other great. I mean, and outside of them, man, their supporting cast, Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza always just do what he do. They bringing Nene off the bench, man. Like, what's the big boy Anderson shooting threes, man. Like, I watched them the other night, even though it was against Cleveland, who's struggling. I know we're gonna get to that later, but I mean, they're the closest thing that I've seen to what Golden State did the last 3 years. They unstoppable, man. I can't see no team stopping them.
I got a simple answer to this, man. And it's the answer that everybody knows. Golden State is still the best team in the league.
Right now?
It is what it is.
Today?
Do not let last night's loss fool you. Because OKC played the game of their life. They jumped on it early. Golden State couldn't recover. And I'll tell you what Golden State is going through right now. Golden State is going through, they're trying to get to the playoffs. They don't care about everybody. They don't care about these regular season games. It's the same thing Cleveland did last year. They don't care about these regular season
Steve Kerr said they won out.
But they are. They probably are. They're mentally worn out. So I agree with that. And they're going to lose some games that have no business losing. But there is no team in the league right now, and prove me wrong, there is no team that's going to beat them 4 out of 7 games in a 2-week span right now. There are some teams that'll give them hell, but you're not going to beat them 4 times before they beat you 4 times. Like, I'll give you an example. OKC played the game of their life last night, stepped on them, put the hammer on them from the opening tip. OKC can't do that 4 times before Golden State winning. Let's say that was the first game of the series last night. Do y'all think OKC can do that to them
all the team
another 3 times?
All the team needs
Of course not.
All the team needs.
So let's not get this twisted. They are the best team. I'm not saying they're gonna blow through the league like they did last playoffs. It's gonna be a lot tougher this year, hands down. But they are the best team in the league. It is what it is.
And if Golden State get that female ref from last night, Draymond
should.
Before the game, he was
Get out of my face.
In the crib line, he's out.
He should.
What you say? Sit down.
What? Look at me again.
What? What?
You sweat too much. Eject it.
Well, you know, we got some teams out there. We got the Rockets, we got the Warriors. You got to mention Boston in there, because Boston is playing at a high level right now, from top to bottom, all the way down to
they don't look slumping. They're slumping right now.
Yeah, they slumping, but
Yeah,
that's still a
outside.
team that you gotta contend with.
I
Also got to contend with Toronto in the East. I'm not gonna put, if they was in the West, they gone, but in the East, they do show up, and they are hard to guard.
Does Toronto beat Boston in the playoffs?
It could go either way.
What would you say right now?
It could go either way right now. In a 5-game series, I would be like, ooh, that could go any way. 7-game series, I'm gonna give it to Boston.
Boston's success is going to depend on Kyrie's health.
Yeah.
And you're already starting to see he's getting these little injuries. He just had to miss 3 games with quad injuries.
He's played a lot of basketball.
He sat out a few games. He's always been a little fragile. And some about those little guys who take a lot of hits and they hit the floor a lot, their bodies don't hold up. So you got to see how Kyrie even feeling by the playoffs, man. Like it's gonna be telltale, but it's gonna depend on his health. If he's not healthy, I don't have a chance.
You know what? To his credit, though, I mean, he is fragile. I agree with that. He's played a lot of basketball the last couple of years, bro.
Right.
And like you said,
And he's not LeBron.
Not body-wise. It's a longer season, and now he's getting them little knickknacks. I gotta sit out here. I gotta sit. But if he's healthy for the playoffs, he makes that team entirely different. They got them scrappers.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're gonna be tough, man.
But those little nagging injuries build up to worse injuries. Remember the first year when Cleveland played Golden State, he had those nagging injuries throughout the year, and then couldn't make it all the way through the finals, man. So I'm keeping my eye on.
Played a lot of basketball.
I'm keeping my eye on Kyrie right now. I want to see what's gonna happen with that.
So right now, NBA, you got hills and valleys with a lot of these teams. A lot of teams are taking some ugly losses right now. But let's talk about Cleveland and LeBron, LBJ. Now, I know everybody saw the tweet where he had showed his shoes and he had on Laker socks. I think that was very disrespectful.
It was.
Very disrespectful. But
let his son wear socks. Something you should wear.
Right. Let's talk about the state of Cleveland right now. I know that's your squad. You love you some Cleveland. So we're not coming in. We're not coming in. Come on.
You want to go first?
Let's go, KDL.
Go ahead.
What is wrong with Cleveland right now?
The Cleveland Cavaliers do not want to play with each other. They have no team chemistry. Something is going on in the locker room that I think will come out once a couple players leave. Secondly, LeBron James is holding the Cavs hostage. Don't nobody want to put this on him because he's the leader, you know. But you can't be the leader one day and say, these my guys, I got to get them back. And then it's turmoil, and you can't take responsibility for it. Can't have it both ways, LeBron. See, when you want to say something, do tweets, or kind of get your teammates going, you say something, you know, you get them going. Subliminal messages. Right now, they've either sick of you, or they're ready to go, and they realize that this is not the mix that's going to get them anywhere. Every time they play Golden State, they know damn well they're not going to beat them. They're simply not. So that's what you strive for, is Golden State. The mere fact the man is not even talking to his boss, which is Dan Gilbert. They're not even talking. And they ain't even on speaking terms. Now, here come the trade deadline. We got to make yet another trade and mix up the team yet again. Hey man, this wasn't the right mix of players. Now, some of us said this. You can't get a bunch of names together and think you're going to win because you have no chemistry. Some of us said this at the beginning of the year. Some of us. And it's playing out. Here's another thing I got a problem. I'm going to let Lefty go because he's probably going to disagree with my comments. But let me say something.
It's going to be wrong.
The team is struggling. The team is struggling, right? And you shoving the mic in LeBron's face as well, you should. But then you shoving the mic in Isaiah Thomas' face. Isaiah Thomas has been here the time for you to drink a cup of coffee. Nobody should holler at you about anything. You should be talking about how the team is. You should be talking about, hey, we in a slump, we this, we that, diversity. You shouldn't say nothing. You know why? Because they've been trying to adjust to you, and they've been losing, trying to get you back in. You're not playing up to par either. So you're not the same Isaiah. So I know you're coming off injury. I give you, a little credit on that. It's tough. Hip, I get it. But you're the one fucking up team chemistry. And you're not playing well. You're shooting the ball off the side of the damn backboard.
Did you just blame that team?
They did, man. They did. Think about this. You come back, you're shooting the ball off the side of the backboard, you're turning the ball over, you hit a couple shots, but you're missing damn near all of them. You talking about ceremonies and all this kind of shit. Look, man, you ain't a part of this. They won championships together. If anything, we should holler at J.R. Smith. We should holler at Tristan Thompson. We want to hear from Kevin Love. We want to hear from people that's been there and done it with the organization.
All right.
You notice Wade ain't really run off at the mouth because he knows that, well, this ain't really, I'm not a part of what's, I'm not a big thing. Shut up. Play ball. Get better, dude. They're trying to adjust to you coming back in. You got screwed them up from the jump. They was winning at the beginning of the year.
Come on, Lefty. You ran on me, man.
Sorry.
I just had to get to that.
Complete shit show. And we can go all the way back to probably one of the worst off seasons that you could possibly have. Fired the general manager, whatever happened when he didn't return.
That was terrible.
Then the whole fiasco with Kyrie wanting to leave. Instead of them probably getting a better deal, which I thought Phoenix probably had a better offer. You end up with a half-ass Isaiah Thomas who's still limping around. Crowder, who's getting exposed as just being an average player, and you're coveting this pick. I see a lot of personal agendas, too many personal agendas for it to work, starting with the front office. Is Griffin trying to get rid of LeBron? You keep hearing all these different things. Stephen A. Smith came out and said Griffin wants LeBron gone. LeBron, being the businessman he is, wants to hold his leverage, because if LeBron would have said, I'll stay for another year or so, they probably could have had Paul George in a deal.
They would make moves.
It was moves that they would make, and the players would come in. Paul George even said he would resign if LeBron would commit. So it is on LeBron just as well, but the front office, I think it has to come out, like, what's the agenda? And LeBron is just as wrong, because LeBron's like, I'm not giving up my leverage. Like, he said he's not waiving his no trade clause. Well, but if that's for the better of the team, if it's not going anywhere, or if it helps them get something for you, then why not? And who's to say anybody would even trade for him? I mean, we don't even know.
If he waives it, he quits on the team.
I really think.
Would you agree with that? If he waives it, he quits on the team.
Yeah.
You all mentioned that it's something going on in the locker room. I do not disagree with that. However, I feel that it's a power struggle between LeBron and the front office.
Right.
Because LeBron, usually 90% of the time, he is giving you 150%, and he is balling out regardless.
When he feels like he can win.
Right.
Feel like he can win.
He's always balling out.
Yeah.
Go to the Houston Rockets game this past weekend. LeBron basically didn't play.
He quit early.
He did not play. So I think it's like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that you need me, and I'm going to chill. Now it's a power struggle between a player and
well, here's where missing Kyrie really comes into play. So LeBron we know he's not a score first guy, right? So LeBron likes to get his teammates involved first. Let guys get hot, let guys heat up. The difference is in the past, when Kevin Love wasn't hitting his threes, when JR was a little off, when guys wasn't scoring, Kyrie is a scorer. You can get Kyrie the ball, and all that'll go away. The problem right now, I mean, you just watch. I watched in the Houston game. Guys were missing wide open shots, and then the team is not good enough defensively to make up for having bad shooting nights, and they're having a lot of bad shooting nights. And LeBron, during the regular season, doesn't want to have to score 40 a night because he knows he's going to have to do it in the finals. And another part of it is, when I go back to the personal agendas, Isaiah's a free agent. He wants a max contract coming up. Derrick Rose is trying to play his way back into a contract. Just a lot of personal agendas, man. We don't know what Tristan Thompson got going on with the Kardashian thing.
He's been Kardashian.
It's so many personal.
Happens to Lamar Odom, it happens.
Yeah, but a problem with Tristan is he got put on the bench for the beginning of the year. So that affects some players. You get benched, you back off the bench, especially when you get benched for no reason. Tristan Thompson never really lost his starting job. They benched him just so they can put Crowder in there and move Love to center. Love didn't want to play center. He got moved to center. It's just a total shit show.
Watch this. Do you guys agree that they have a bunch of players, and I heard, like Baron Davis says, they have a bunch of players that are playing cool. And by that, it means they have Dwayne Wade, J.R. Smith.
They need some lunch pails.
They have guys that used to be all-stars.
Yeah,
Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith won the championship.
Yeah, they need some lunch pails.
Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, they've been a part of winning teams. They don't have the dogs. They don't have the Trevor Ariza. They don't have the guys that come off the bench. Just like OKC's bench last night. Those guys you never heard of in life. But they came in, they were scrapping, they was diving on the floor. They was your Marcus Smarts, your dude from from Louisville, the other cat on Boston. Like they have guys that you never Rozier. Yeah. Like they have guys that dives on the floor, they get to 50-50 balls, they go out to rebounds, they scrap and they kick the ball out to Kyrie, they kick the ball out to LeBron, and you do that. They don't have those players. They got former all-stars.
They don't have enough energy, guys.
And they old as hell. They old as hell, by the way. That Cavs are not a young team. They old as hell, by the way. And they played a lot of basketball the last couple of years, and all that's catching up, man. All that's hitting at once.
So we will be talking about the Cleveland Cavs some more
trade deadline
on this podcast. But we're gonna go on into this heated conversation that we had, and we kind of ended it before we really got into it on the last podcast, man. And it's called the Alpha Dog. The Alpha Dog. Everybody knows what an Alpha Dog is, man. And the conversation came that Kevin Durant is not an Alpha Dog. This is a argument, man. We went in after the podcast, man. We should have kept the camera rolling so y'all can see us go in. So we finna go in some more. The Alpha Dog, KD, MVP, scoring title, rings. Lucky Lefty says he's not the man like Steph is in Golden State. Now, all the stuff that he's done, when the cameras come and they want to interview somebody, they look at KD and they go straight to your man Steph.
What I was saying when I brought this up last week on my What's on Your Mind segment is Durant feels like he's right up there with the LeBrons, like he should be a face of the league. The problem is, and I argued with these cats in season 2 about this, and the whole panel went against me. He did not make Golden State a great team. He went to a great team, and therefore he's not getting the respect he thinks he deserves. And he will not get the respect he deserves until he leaves Golden State and takes the team to a championship. And it's starting to affect him. It's starting to bother him. And when you look at it, you did all those things you just said he did, right? He still wasn't even the leading all-star vote getter in his conference.
Not as popular as
and he lost to his teammates. So he's not in a situation where it's Batman and Robin. It's Batman and Batman over there. It's Batman and Batman. That is Steph and Durant's team. And I'm not even gonna say it's Durant's team because I don't even think they look at him as a leader like that. I think they respect Draymond Green more than they respect Durant as far as his teammates.
Come on, KDL,
First of all, it's Steph's team. Let's not get this twisted. They've proven that they can win without Durant. When Durant went out for that time last year, they kept rolling. When Steph goes out, It's an entirely different Golden State team. And let me comment on the popularity part. The reason why they go to Steph is because Steph is the leader of the goddamn team. Kevin Durant is the most talented player. Steph will tell you that. That's obvious. He's the MVP. He's the leading scorer, all that.
So who's the alpha on that team?
The alpha on that team is Stephon Curry. It is not Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, we saw at the end of the OKC years, he was the best player talent-wise. He wasn't the alpha dog. Russell Westbrook was the alpha dog.
So the argument argument is, Kev, can KD be an alpha dog? And I'll pose this question
to his own team.
Now, can he be that alpha dog?
No. Because you don't wake up at 29 and all of a sudden you're an alpha dog.
So let me ask you this question.
No.
Let me ask you this question. If we take LeBron, put him in Golden State, and you take KD and put him in Cleveland, can KD be that alpha dog that Cleveland needs? Or
No.
also, will LeBron be the alpha dog and take Golden State and that's his team?
Here's where we really argue.
LeBron's the alpha dog.
Here's where we really argued last week. LeBron is an alpha dog, don't get me wrong. But I said in Golden State, as long as Stephon Curry is there, he is the man on Golden State. And this is where we really argued last week. Y'all say, well, LeBron goes, he's the alpha dog, he's the best player.
Right.
I got all that. But in Golden State, Steph stirs the pot. When there's no Steph, something is missing. Golden State is not the same team. I don't give a damn if you bring LeBron James.
So if LeBron is
I don't
there,
care.
can they win without Steph?
No.
Whoa.
I don't know.
And the reason, now, at this point, Kevin Durant is gone and Steph gone. Is that what y'all saying?
No, Steph is there and LeBron is there.
Okay, Steph is there, LeBron is there, same Klay Thompson, same
squad,
Yeah, man.
and
Yeah.
Steph goes out for a
LeBron
month.
would have to
For a
score.
month.
LeBron wouldn't no damn score.
Well, Steph come back for the playoffs. See, because I thought you were talking playoffs. If you're talking playoffs with no Steph, and just put LeBron over there with Draymond and Klay Thompson, they do not win.
I'll say this as far as the alpha dog.
Steph Curry makes that.
I'll say this as far as the alpha dog comment. As far as if you switch LeBron over, let's go back to the Miami years.
Mm-hmm.
Wade got them a ring. Changed Dade County to Wade County.
Mm-hmm.
Wade was Miami's. Miami was Wade's town.
It always will be.
When LeBron got there, before he left, who team and who town was it?
Wade.
It was LeBron's.
LeBron.
It was
It was
LeBron.
Wade's. It was Wade's
was
town.
LeBron.
Always will be.
His jerseys outsold Wade's. Everything.
He's the most popular. He's popular. He's more popular. Than Wade.
Okay, he's gonna be the alpha dog. He was the MVP. He was the guy. He still led in All-Star voting. His popularity it didn't fall off with because he played with Wade. Wade became Robin.
Dwayne Wade chose to become Robin, and the only reason he did that, you got to give it up for Wade for being a man like that and saying, you know what, this was my show. It's Wade County, always will be. It's his house, all that. For us to win, you have to be the alpha dog of this team. I'm gonna step back as a champion and give it to you,
or
so
he
you
had no
can
choice.
take us.
He
You
He
can
had
take
no
us to the promised
He had
land.
no choice.
Because I gotta make you. He instilled that in LeBron. I gotta make you the man on here. I'm gonna step back. It's your show. And when Wade did that,
Isn't it the same
Miami
situation
took
in
off.
Golden State though?
No, because Steph don't have to take that. Steph don't have to do that. Steph don't have to do
Isn't it the same
because
situation?
Steph
Durant
again.
won
it's
the
not the
Finals
same.
MVP
It's not the
last year.
same.
Durant
It's not
was
the
the
same.
man in the Finals last year.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Here's why.
Is it the same?
Kevin Durant, LeBron is an alpha dog, and if Wade say, "Hey, it's your show, go," LeBron can do that. He's proven that. He's done that with a hapless Cleveland team that beat, KD.
Durant closed.
Durant is the best player. It's
Durant closed last year.
It's
That
a
game
difference.
3 shots.
No. It's a difference. It's a difference. He's the better player. He's the most talented player other than LeBron. I'm not talking about his skills. I'm talking about if you turn the team over to Durant and you tell him you're the alpha dog and you take us to the promised land without Steph. Steph steps back. They will not win.
Well,
because Kevin Durant is not an alpha dog. You don't wake up one day and all of a sudden you're alpha dog.
I'm not going to say it's just that. I'm going to go back to what I said before. that Golden State team with Kerr as the coach, highest assembled, is a great team. It was great before Durant.
Who stirs the pot?
It was great before Durant. It would be great if Durant left tomorrow. They will still be a great team. They will still be there.
Why?
Just their system, everything. It's just a perfect fit.
Steph Curry, man. With no Steph Curry, Steph wasn't even healthy the year Cleveland won, by the way. He was coming off a knee injury, if you remember. He was coming off a knee injury.
Well,
so if Steph is not there, this is just my point. If Steph is not there, he's not healthy and stirring that pot. Golden State don't win, man.
I disagree.
They
I
don't.
think
Steph.
I think they struggle more without Clay. Clay do the dirty work and put it in the basket. Watch when Clay leave for LA in 2 years or year after next.
That's gonna happen.
Watch how they not the same team.
That's gonna happen in 2019.
They
want him
not
in
the
the
same
same
team.
Yeah, I'll take Clay. I'll take
Like
Clay
the
all
kids
day.
say, he ain't going.
Yeah.
I'll take Clay all day. They're gonna have the dilemma. Everybody can't get paid, man.
Cats like Clay and
Draymond coming up right behind
are
Clay.
big.
So
Clay and Draymond are big, and I think this that
2019,
Golden State is a well-oiled machine. One person don't make that team go.
So you saying if KD goes, like we talked last week, when the camera went off, if KD went to Washington with the current team that they got right now, a healthy Wall and all that, can KD go to them and be the alpha dog and take them to the finals?
no,
I think he could in Washington.
he'll be the best player. John Wall is the alpha dog.
That'll be a dangerous team in Washington.
It'll be a dangerous team,
I don't.
He won't be the
That's
alpha
a
dog.
lot
Like,
of
hey,
talent
man,
on that roster.
this is simple. KD is not an alpha dog. What part of this is y'all missing? KD will always be the best player other than LeBron on his team. He's not the alpha dog. KD needs someone else to be
So
the
basically
alpha
you
dog,
just
and
tagged
he
him
can
as a
just
role
play.
player. You saying KD is a role player?
He's not an alpha dog. That's
Well,
what
when you one of the ones arguing me last year,
Yeah,
talking about how Golden State needed Durant to beat Cleveland, and it shouldn't be an asterisk on his ring because
Should not.
he's the man now and it's his league, and he took over the Bron. When you one of them?
I didn't never say it to
Rewind the tape.
First off, I've never said
You
that.
talking to me or him?
What?
I
Both
don't
of
know what you're talking
y'all.
about.
Rewind the tape.
I've never said that.
Rewind the tape because y'all argue me down.
But I said KD.
Rewind the
We
goddamn
gonna go
tape.
back to the
I
footage.
never said
And
that.
then we gonna
I
talk
never
about
said he
this.
took over for LeBron.
On
I
that
never
show.
said that. I said he's next in line. LeBron passes that torch, it's going to be to KD.
Change.
Now that I will say.
Oh,
But I ain't never say he took over. He's next in line.
Change, though.
The torch gets passed to KD as far as the league when LeBron retires. That I do agree with. But he's not an alpha dog, man. It's certain people, like you know an alpha dog when you see an alpha dog.
All
KD
my
is not an
podcast
alpha dog. He's the
fans,
most
I need
talented
y'all to
guy.
chime in on
But
this.
he's not
one,
an
because we
alpha
go
dog.
all day.
You can't give him a team and
Leave a
tell him to
comment.
win.
Please
You
leave
can't
a
do that.
comment, man. So now we're gonna go
Trying
on
to tell
to
you.
we're gonna close out the show
Tell you
with
what KD is.
what's on our minds. It's been a great show. What's on your minds? Lucky, you ready to let them know what's on your mind?
Yeah, I got
Hit 'em off.
a little something. Well, let's go back to what we talked about earlier with the situation in Cleveland, and I think it's in a sense, I've been a huge LeBron fan. Everybody knows that. I'm no secret to that. Y'all can call me LeBron Dick Ride or all that, whatever. I can care less about all that. I recognize a great player. I
I'm
think he's a
uncomfortable
great
with the way
player.
you said that.
I'm just saying, people
Kept
say it.
I'm really
You know,
uncomfortable.
people say what they say. But at the end of the day, LeBron is really on. LeBron has been on some real selfish shit, especially going into this year. All he had to do, a lot of this really could have really been halted if he just said, "Hey, I'm here for another year or so." But him being the businessman he is, he wants to keep his leverage. He keeps his leverage. That's why he's never going to sign a 5-6 year deal nowhere. He's going to always sign a 2-year deal with a 1-year opt-out. You know, that's just what he's going to do so he can always keep the leverage. Now, it's a smart business move, but when it comes to these guys that, like you said, you pretty much made the organization sign these guys, and now you handcuffed them. They can't move Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith for a bag of Skittles and a gyro cheeseburger. Nobody wants that contract. You can't move these guys, and so now you're still non-committal in what you're gonna do. And at the end of the day, man, yeah, it does. You do look defeated. You look like you feel like you can't beat Golden State. We just playing out the year. Still my man, though. That's what's on my mind. Peace.
ADL, what's on your mind tonight, man?
Just thought of something, man. I heard Magic Johnson and Pelinka of the Los Angeles Lakers. Everybody knows it's my team. They said DeMarcus Cousins kind of set them back in this way. The Lakers are going to now concentrate on 2019 instead of 2018 with the money they have, right? That kind of disturbs me because here's why. You have a chance to get Paul George who really wants to come to LA. You could have got a second-tier player. I wish it would have been Cousins, but you could have got a second-tier player to come along with him, along with a couple of the youth that you have, right? I thought that's what we were building for the whole year. When you announce that you're tripping on 2019 now, you don't encourage Paul George to come there now. Because why, if you're not doing nothing, I'm a free agent now, why I'm going to come waste a year when I can just stay here either another year and get more money in OKC. So I think they made a mistake in saying that loudly. I blame Magic Johnson for that. I blame Jeannie Buss for that. We need to stop that, man. We have been out of the playoffs for a minute. 2018, you got an up-and-coming team. You probably need to chill on the winning. I hate to say that. You probably need to chill on the winning a little bit before you mess up the draft pick. But you got enough money to get 2 free agents, and you need to let it be known that you were going to do that this summer like everybody thought you were. If you're announcing we're going to trip off 2019, then you're discouraging people from coming in 2018, which means you're going to miss out on a couple stars you could have got this year, and you're going to go through another year of losing, which is absolutely unacceptable in La La Land, Laker Land. Fuck the Clippers. It's unacceptable in Laker Land. So I think we need to focus on 2018 and at least get a couple stars in there, announce that. Because Magic Johnson, people going to come sit at the table with you and holler at you. You can't say we tripping on another year. We just want you to come here and fuck off.
To piggyback off that,
so we can't do that.
Magic need to do a LeVar and shut the hell up.
No, but Magic, you gotta, this 2018, man, you gotta get the ball rolling up.
Stop
you have to get a couple
plans.
stars in this year. You can't trip on 2019. You have to do it 2018. I just want to give a shout out to my team, man. Lakers. Just want to give a shout out, man.
Shut up, Magic.
All right, what's on my mind? Okay.
Greatest player of all, one of the
Upcoming game, NCAA, Duke, Tar Heels. That game is coming up. It's always this big rah 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 and all that. But it made me start thinking, because a lot of people out here in the smokers world know Antoinette Wilson. She passed away from cancer, and she was a huge, diehard. And when I say diehard Duke fan, me and her used to go at it back and forth, because I'm a Tar Heels guy. You know, that baby blue, always been loving that team. So it just made me think, you know, she was 44 and lost her life like that. Everybody, remember, you are not promised tomorrow at all. And you gotta stop complaining about, you know, this and that, and live life. Live life to the fullest while you are here, because you're not promised tomorrow. That's what's on my mind. Peace out. Check it out. Humidor Shop Talk Podcast. We'll be back at you for the next show. We're going to get shouts out to all the smokers that's out there. All the cigar shops. Man, love y'all. We'll be in the shops.
Hey, Humidor Shop Talk February 24th at Eduardo Lamone. Be there. The return of Lady Life. We're going to have a Smoke Fella segment. We're going to sit down and chop it up. We're going to talk some real life stuff, man. It's going to be deep. And of course, Things vs. Mars. It's going to be
February 24th, Saturday. Be there.
Check it out.
3 o'clock. Be there. February 24th, Eduardo Lamone. Give it a shot talk in the building. Smoke Fellas. Appreciate y'all, man.
I'm gone.
Sticks up. Sticks up, baby.